Third event on the programme is the first leg of the six-up with a big bonus going in as well. 8.1 jackpot, the bonus, the estimated dividend in the region of $13 million. The field headed by Meaningful Star drops in class, as does Yo-Yo King, living up to his name as well, because he started off with Tony Millard, went to Jimmy Ting, now he's back with Tony Millard again. Dream Warriors, Jerry Chow taking £5 off his back. Everlaugh, Piano Solo, looking for that first win and coming off the all-weather as well for his last two starts last season. Blazing Beat gets an inside gate, barrier 2 for him with the cheek pieces going back on. We got Sure Win-Win, comes up in class on a hat-trick as well. He won course and distance back on the 7th of July, and Superb Daddy, well, the headlines write themselves for trainer David and son Luke Ferraris, who'll be riding him. Good to slow, we're saying here, Mark. And
Blazing Beat, Andrew, has drawn perfectly in 2 to lead. He does like to roll forward when his best race here at Happy Valley in behind the leader. Might get to the front here over Everlaugh and Dream Warriors from his draw, Prated wider. Pearl Champion, a few lines of 3 with Yo-Yo King, Sure Win-Win both wider. And Villafion, an Ingenious Fellow, comes to Happy Valley for the first time, but he'll also have to come from last.
All right, well, not at Happy Valley for the first time. I think it was the last start course and distance winner is Sure Win-Win. Let's hear from his jockey, Derek Long.
Third race, Derek, you get back aboard Sure Win-Win at just the right time. He's off back-to-back wins last season.
Yes, I've been rowing him before last season, and we always think he's better than Class 5, just about his healthy and fitness. And you can see his last 2 or 3 starts, he's getting better, the fitness, and he can win the Class 5. Now he's back to Class 4 and carry the lightweight, and especially his form, if his form keep it like last season, last couple starts, I'm sure he's doing well.
At the end of his recent trial, he looked very strong at the line.
Yes, because he just get fit last couple starts. So this season he didn't have too much time break, so his form is very good and fresh, so hope he won good today.
Are you concerned by the draw, because he is a horse that likes to race back in the field anyway normally?
Yes, well, I was put him like somewhere around midfield, but the draw against him, so maybe even more quiet, so we have to decide and decision with the trainer first.
So a few tactical decisions to be made with Sure Win-Win, but so off last season he carries that form forward. He's definitely going to be amongst it. We'll keep looking ahead though, Paul, and take a check on Dream Warriors, who's one of these horses we've seen many times at Happy Valley. This is his 18th start course and distance. He's won twice here previously before.
And he found a bit of form towards the back end of last season. He was very consistent and was placed in his last 5 starts, the worst being a 5th. Look, he's drawn a little bit awkwardly, barrier number 11, but he's a real honest horse, so I found a spot for him.
He gets the claim for Jerry Chow. He's going to miss Karras, because Karras has got the best record on the horse, but wasn't overly taken by his trial, and wide draw's going to make it hard.
OK, what about Janjian Rocks then, Mark? Joe Moreira will ride him for Chris So. Doesn't win out of turn 1 from 34, but again, back end of last season was a horse in form.
He was, and I found a spot for him in the top 4 too, Andrew, because he races pretty well first up. He's had the 3 goes and placed a couple of times, and he has, as Andrew said, Paul, only won 1 from 34, but he's quite often doing this at the end, going the right way.
Yeah, and then that win was fresh, and it was off a rating of 58. He's now down to a rating of 49. So there are a couple of positives there.
And Blazing Beat was a little bit weak in the closing stages there, ultimately finishing in 7th place. Now, one of my favourite horses, I actually went out to watch him specially this morning at the trials, Paul, Piano Solo. This is him warming up for his return to action on Wednesday night.
Yeah, I think he's matured quite well in the off-season. I thought the trial was pretty good here as well. Zach Burton aboard. So, again, a lot of positives about Piano Solo. He did over-race a few times last season, but he seems to have sort of come into his own a bit. So, look, I've definitely found a spot for him as well.
I've got them both in, Piano Solo and Yo-Yo King, who's sneaking home nicely in behind them there. He'll be some value, and didn't mind him at all. Yeah,
he was moving anonymously. Don't know why Piano Solo is one of my favourite horses, because he hasn't won in 10 starts as yet, but hopefully we'll get there in due course. Favourite here, Janjian Rocks. What do you think, Paul?
Yeah, I've got him in there. But like Mark, I do like Yo-Yo King at this race. His 2 best runs was when he was with Tony Millard. He then went to Jimmy Ting. He's back to Tony Millard. And they were in a fresh state as well. That trial was pretty good, as we just saw. And he should be a decent price. He's currently at 14. So he's on top from Piano Solo, Janjian Rocks, and then Dream Warriors. We've talked about all those ones. 2, 6, 7 and 3.
Carra's 2 rides for 2 placings on Yo-Yo King in a very open race. That'll do as well as the trial was good. He goes on top, number 2, Yo-Yo King. The beat, number 6, Piano Solo's got a few tricks, but he's certainly getting there. Sure, Win-Win found form dropping down in grade, and as Derek said in the interview, carries no weight, and Zanjian rocks to round out the first 4, 2, 6, 11 and 7. But I think we get the Yo-Yo out and walk the dog after race number 3.
Piano Solo I've included. I've resisted the temptation to actually tip him on top. I'm going to be Sure Win-Win. Tricky draw, very competitive race, but I think he can build on what he did at the back end of last season as well. That's race number 3 of Class 4 over the 1650.